What's up, everybody? All right, I'm trying something today. I'm looking kind of crazy. What's it? Okay. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. If I keep turning, trying something new today, this is Miss G, 50 Shades of Glow. You see in kind of my kitchen. Uh, 50 Shades of Glow. I'm going to turn like this. How is everyone today? Welcome, 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 welcome. Uh, This is what is today? Today is October 13th. Anyone on yet? Yeah, today's October 13th. So the 13th day, I need to, let me turn. I got to fix this because I'm on two platforms right now. I'm trying to be fancy. I'm on two platforms today. I'm on two platforms today. Oops. I am on Facebook and YouTube. So anyway, all right, since I am on YouTube, I'm at a larger audience. So welcome everyone that has jumped on. My name is Gloria Miss G, 50 Shades of Glow, but more importantly, I am the owner and operator of glampluxetravels and Experiences. Um, we specialize in travel to the motherland, all 54 countries. And what we are doing each and every night until Thanksgiving, we started on October 1, and we will cover 54 countries. Tonight is Egypt. Egypt, Egypt, Egypt. I'm going to be adjusting. This is my first day, so please give me grace. Things that's opposite. But anyway, so we covered the A's, the B's, the C's, the D's. Now we're in the E's. So we are talking about Egypt today, and Egypt is very special to me. You see, I got my little Egypt outfit on, and yes, I did get this from Egypt. I got this I think I got it at the hotel. So it's really, really pretty. It's real comfy. So this is authentic, honey. This is authentic. So let's talk about Egypt. So Egypt is in the north part of Africa, as everyone knows, and I always have this running joke that in the four regions of Africa, everyone has a personality. So you have a personality in the west, then you have a personality in the south, then you have a personality in the east, and then you have a personality in the north. And North Africa, they don't call themselves Africans. They call themselves Egyptians, Moroccans, um, because they want to connect more to the Middle Eastern, like what's on the other side of the water. And that's all cool. That's all cool. So it is in the north region of Africa, and very large, very developed, but mostly Muslim also. Um, but wanted to just take a little time to just share my experience, and also I have a couple of surprises for y'all since I did travel there to give you just a little feel. So one is my little outfit, and two, so we talk about traveling to Egypt. So um, I traveled on Egypt Air, and that's a big carrier. And the cool part, and what I try to do with my clients that is traveling to the motherland, and if they have to go through Cairo, to definitely take Egypt Air. Egypt Air is not paying paying me for this yet, but I think it's cool because with Egypt Air, there's always uh, long layovers, And I'm always a great fan of long layovers, because you can get a trip within a trip. So if your trip costs $1,000 to go from point A to point B, find the longest layover you can, and Egypt Air offers that. Layovers, the typical layover in Cairo, coming from the States, and really other places too, where I've run into that same issue. Their layovers are like 13 hours, 18 hours. So you can get another trip in and see another country. And that's how I like to book my clients, to give them the best bang for their buck. So, leaving, you usually leave from the States on Egypt Air from Dulles. That's in Washington, D.C. And my experience on Egypt Air was pretty nice. The service was nice. I don't remember any, negativity. So I like that. On the airline, I say that with a little bit of sarcasm. The airline was great. The flight attendants were great. And the flight was great. And they had some young, hey, Miss Sharon, girl. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please share this, because this is also streaming on YouTube. I'm doing YouTube and Facebook at the same time, girl. So, and I hope they don't, because YouTube be having all these rules and everything like that. But I'm trying to do both platforms at the same time because they're not integrated. So, but anywho, talking about Egypt. So, uh, put a one in the chat if you've been to Egypt or through Egypt. Put a two in the chat if you have not. So we're going to get in and talk a little bit about this. I don't keep y'all long. I only keep you about 30 minutes, about 25, 30 minutes, but I get into things. Sometimes it runs about 35 minutes. But Miss Courtney, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, so it's in the northern part, and um, uh, they look more Middle Eastern, and they operate more Middle Eastern, and they claim more Middle Eastern, even though it's in the continent of Africa. Now, yesterday when we talked about Djibouti, is basically the same. But Djibouti, oddly enough, is right at the top of on the East Coast, right on top of Ethiopia and Somali. But they're across from Yemen, and Yemen is, in Middle East, and that's what North Africa, um, they um, they try to assimilate more to than the traditional African. So traveling over there, as I mentioned, they're long layovers. So when I do book my clients for travel, um, I try to get an additional country in basically for free, and I can book and get you excursions. You pay for the excursions. Going to the pyramids is fabulous. It going traveling to Egypt was really mind blowing because it just was so. I'm not. I can't explain it. It was just so um, definitely the eighth wonder, the wonders of the world, because you saw the pyramids like right there, and they're not replicas. They have been there for 5, 6,000, 10,000 years. It's crazy. And nothing is decaying. And I'm going to show you, you can't take black people nowhere. Look, I stole it. Sorry. This is this is from the pyramids. This is part of the rocks that was there. I'm going to show you. Show y'all. You know you can't take black folks nowhere. You know it's gonna take me a piece of the pyramid. This is thousands of years old. Is this crazy? Thousands of years old. I had to take it. I had to. So, and you see little rocks. It's not like I was like went and moved a rock, but those pyramids. It's and the little history behind the pyramids. It was king, and there's three main pyramids. It's the pyramid that was made for uh, the the father, the son, and then the son's son. It's three pyramids, or was it the father and the two sons? No, it's the father, the grandfather, because and they're all in different sizes. So, upon arrival to Egypt, really pretty. Um, it's a gorgeous gold statue that greets you. Is really nice. Now, before we get into, the cool stuff and the pyramids, just want to talk about my experience quite candidly, not of what I heard, what I know, and what I experienced. They feel a type of way. And I was immediately, I felt very like they're very dismissive. Like they don't like, I don't know if they don't like Americans, black folks. I know that's a mix of the two, and women. So those three, they wasn't feeling, they was not impressed, because usually when you go to another country, they're like, oh, this is sad. They were very, very short, very, uh, oh, go. And I was like, that's what you won't be doing. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? They were very dismissive. I did not like their attitude. And for that, and this was right out the gate at the airport. I was traveling by myself, and I don't mind traveling by myself. And through any airport, never had a problem. But since um, you are given, since it's a long layover, and just put this as a travel hack for the day, okay? If you travel, if your layover is more than, some airlines is 6, some most airlines is 8. If your layover is more than 8 hours, the airline usually gives you a hotel voucher that you can go, and you're not at the airport, that you go, you chill, and it's a free hotel voucher and a free um uh visa, transit visa. Okay. And I did experience that. Now the transit visa is available for free, but it's a whole long process that may take an hour. They tell you, oh, well, you can do it fast, of course, if you pay $25. And after getting off that flight, you're so tired, you just want to go somewhere, sit down, and and then I have my excursions all lined up. So usually get there about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and the excursions start like 8. So by the time you get to the airport, you check in, you get to your hotel, um, your tour guide is picking you up for you to start the day. And you can squeeze a full day in in that day between you getting off the airline to when you get back on the airline. I think it leaves back out if you're going like to Kenya, going to Nairobi. The flight gets in about 5:30, and it doesn't leave back out until maybe 10 o'clock. about 10 o'clock that night. So you have all day. So I jumped, got some breakfast, dropped my clothes off, and then around 8:30, the tour guide came, picked me up. We first stopped, I think it was at the museum, and anyone that is traveling through there, the museum is a must. And I go to museum. Well, I'm not a museum chick. I used to go to museums to take my kids so they can get cultured. But that museum, I think it's the King Tutankhamun or whatsoever, that museum is phenomenal. That's a must see because all of the history and in like every single, it's not like a museum where you see something here and some. No, that museum is filled with so much artifacts, and even mummies. They have a mummy room. Crazy. I was like, Soon as I walked like towards there and like walked into the room, it was like and I'm not one of those like ooh, but I felt some real vibes and I backed up. I was like, I'm not going in there. I said I'm not going in there. It's too much. Mm-mm. I feel too much. Mm-mm. So I stepped out and I kind of like peeked in, but they have a full mummy room, and from little children all the way to what's in these mummies are centuries old. It's you a must to go to that museum. It's if you're going to go, you get it in your package, and usually your activities is it's like a 3 activity itinerary when you book it, and you can go book it through, I usually book mines through TripAdvisor, because TripAdvisor, this is another hack for the day, okay? I always got my hacks, but I can always put it together for you, and you don't have to worry about it if you get overwhelmed. But, TripAdvisor, I like to book all my trips. I used to use Groupon, but TripAdvisor, because TripAdvisor had a membership and it was like $99, it was like $100 a year. But with that membership, uh, every time you book, you get 10% off immediately, 10% off. So you make your money back pretty quickly. So I love that feature. So I would use TripAdvisor, and TripAdvisor is, I think, connected to Viator. So you can, use that or Groupon. But Groupon, you got to have the voucher and this, and sometimes Groupon is too much. Sometimes it's smooth. Sometimes it does too much. So I like TripAdvisor. You get your discount immediately off soon as you book, and so I really, really, really like that. What else? What else? What else? So uh, I went to the we went to the museum. Then after the museum, we uh, had lunch at a restaurant downtown near right across from the Nile River. Um, we had a traditional. Oops, we had a traditional. Sorry about that. We had a traditional lunch. Okay, Ethiopian, not Ethiopian, Egyptian lunch, and it was like faffle or whatsoever. It was okay. It wasn't too flavorful. It was okay, to be quite honest. And this is just my experience to share with you. You may feel different, right? So we went and had lunch, and then after we had lunch, then we drove to the pyramids of Giza that everybody wants to see, and that's a no disappointment either. You went to the pyramids of Giza, you drive up, you really, when you're driving down the highway, you kind of see them off at a distance, and when you get there, I mean, it's amazing. It's hot, so be prepared. Egypt is hot AF, and being out there with the pyramids, it's a reason why they got camels. It is hot. So make sure you are hydrated. You keep bottles of water on you because it is hot, and it's no shade at all. And make sure you have comfortable shoes on, comfortable sneakers. Get you some good Brooks or Skechers to be doing that walking. It's no joke. So you have the choice when you go to Egypt, you have the choice to, you have to pay to get into the pyramids of Giza, but you also have the opportunity to actually go inside of the pyramids, like go inside. But as a warning, the opening to go inside is literally like a little cave. So, and it's hot. Like if you think it's 100 outside, could you imagine how much it, how the, hey Q, how hot it is inside that cave, inside that pyramid. It's like 150 degrees. And the space is literally probably no more than 2 feet wide. I wasn't going in there. And I wasn't paying to go in there because it was just too small. It's probably, the opening is literally no more than 3 feet high. You're almost like crawling. It's too small. And so if anyone is claustrophobic or what, that's a no. That's a hard no. Hard no. So but being outside and around, you take pictures outside. I took a lot of pictures outside. So when you leave from there, you they take you around to the side, and it's the area is so big because it has at least the three, and then you have the what's the Sphinx. The Sphinx is amazing, and that is a really, really cool um, Instagram photo. You can go to the Sphinx and you stand in a certain position so you can act like you're kissing the Sphinx um, in the mouth whatsoever. It's pretty cool. Now, if you go over to the Sphinx is a separate charge to like go into that area. But being outside, because all you want to really do is have that photo op and really be near it. So, I took a couple of pictures and I never went like to the Sphinx. I was in front of it, but I forgot how much extra it costs to go to the Sphinx. But it was fine enough for me. It was fine enough for me. And then, going in, it's just so hot. You just don't want to be in an enclosed space at all because it's so freaking hot. And then you are like covered by freaking rock. It's no, 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 no. So while you're at the pyramids, they'll take you around and you'll see, it's many people, many tourists out there, and you see people on horse and carriage, in the buses, walking. It's really an entire um, area, an entire. I don't know what the exact words to put, but it's a whole bunch of tourists. So you'll go maybe about a half. I don't want to say a half mile, but you'll go around. You'll see all three of the pyramids, and like I said, they were built for um, the grandfather, the father, and then the son. And when you get around there, you're going to come to another section where you see all the camels, and you will see it's almost like I don't want to say a camel farm, but it's literally about 200 camels. And, they have the camel herders or whatsoever with sitting there with the camels. And they also have like a little place where you can buy stuff where it's people selling different things. But you will see, and it's amazing to see at least 200 camels, and they're all kind of lined up, and they have their herders or whatever, the people that take care of them are sitting there hot as hell. I just keep reminded. I just keep thinking, and I'm like, yeah, it was hot. It was so hot. It was so hot. But um, you are able at that time to get a ride on a camel, and it's only like $1.50, and they will, and then you are encouraged to give the person that gives you the camel ride, walks with you with the camel, like a tip of like $3 or something like that. So the total of doing the whole camel ride maybe $5, if that, because it's a fee plus a tip for the person, and then they will take a picture for you or whatsoever. But again, just watch their kind of shadiness. Watch their shadiness. But also, you I did see like it was a group of, had to be 20 or 30 people, and they had the camels, and you saw the camels behind, and they were, you know traveling. It was really cool to see. So that was excellent. That was excellent. So that's what you can squeeze in on a layover going to Egypt. And I think also I we were able to squeeze in going to, and I'm going to show you this, okay? You know how you have essential oils that they say is, African essential oils. Uh, they call this something different. Um, Not essential oils. They call it something. And I said I was going to look it up, but my evening has been busy. But I'm going to pull this in the front. Hold on. Because I got two things going here, and I don't want this phone. You see how it keeps turning. So, all right. So I'm going to show you. So I went to, all right. So you see this, right? So these are 4 oils that I bought, and they made them for me. Okay. These are oils to make like in perfumes, and each one of them uh, are named. So this one is Orange Blossom, and it's probably 100. I don't want to say 100, a good 50 different, sorry about that. I'm going to show you. It's probably about 50 different names, and each one has a purpose or a sin or a or that they give. And these are pure oils that um, that make the perfumes that you buy, but these are like the original scents. So these scents, let me see. This scent is Lily of the Valley, and this is supposed to give you, I forgot. I had the paper. He broke it down, but you go to, it's um it's in the downtown area or in the strip. And it's a place where it's jewelry. You have all this jewelry and everything like that, jewelry, and then you have the oils, and then you get you go into a private room, and then it's a person that comes and gives you a whole demonstration and breaks down the history of the Egyptian oils and the difference between these oils and then the oils that we see and buy in the States that they call essential oils. These are supposed to be the ultra pure oils, the original, like totally pure. And I apologize of this is a secret of the desert. And I've had these oils for more than 2 years, and I still have not gone through them. Like they last forever. I think I've gone through one bottle, and it's because I think I shared this with my daughter Gianna. Yeah, I shared it with my daughter, but it's one that I haven't. Yeah, the secret of the desert. Yeah, the secret of the desert. And I haven't even touched that one. But yeah, so when you do have to negotiate, because they're going to try to, of course, uh, sell you this at some exorbitant price. So the first price that you do that they offer you, make sure you split that in a third. Because I think they wanted to charge me like originally $125 for these 4 bottles. And I was like, and I think I ended up spending $50, but I still thought that was too much at the end. They still got over because it's oil. Okay. I know it's supposed to be pure and everything like that. At the end of the day, it's oil. So I know they probably got over on me, but these are all pure, handmade, made, and they show you the whole process. It was pretty cool. And then they also have um, the gold and the jewelry that you can also take a look at too. Does anybody have any questions? Welcome. We got some new folk on. Adrian, welcome back. Miss Tracy. Hey, Miss Nazinga. Welcome to us talking about Egypt. And we're on 2 different platforms tonight. So tell your friends to go on YouTube to 50 Shades of Glow and um yeah, 50 Shades of Glow, and share, like and share and subscribe please to 50 Shades of Glow. This will be running on both platforms for the rest of the time because I want to spread the word to everyone. Does anyone have any questions? I love an oil that scent that lasts all day. So yeah, this is supposed to see, this is still full. I've had these for 2 years. And I'm a scenty girl. And he went through every single one and said what everyone represented or what it was supposed to do. So you know how when you have sage and you burn sage, and they have the red sage for the money, and then the white sage for the purity and all of that. These oils represent the same thing. And for those who came in a little late, yeah, you can't take black folk nowhere. Yes, I did take this from the Durham pyramids. I should have taken this from the pyramids. This is 5,000 years old. Sure did. But anyway, I had to take it. But anybody have any questions so far? Thank y'all so much for jumping on. And again, we are on day 13 and we are on the E's, talking about Africa. We've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. And with Glamplux Travels, we specialize in travel to the motherland. I will, with my experience, I can book you anywhere else, but my focus is on luxury travel in Africa. Please ask any questions. What's some burning questions y'all have? Now, I tapped on and alluded to um, the vibe of the people there, and they're not friendly. They're not friendly. So I'm going to tell you, a lot of other places you go in Africa, they're so welcoming, they're so accommodating. Egypt, they're going to shade you to the point where they're going to get disrespectful. I'm just has anybody that's joined in later, has anyone been to Egypt to co-sign or disagree with me? Let me see who's this. Has anyone else been to Egypt? So we can share our experience. Talk to me. Does anybody have any questions? Because it is 9:41. You know I don't like keeping y'all We start off slow, and then before I blink and I get into my stuff, it's 9:40 already. But I have, as usual, I'm going to send y'all something special. I'm going to send y'all something special, even more special today. Um, I am going to send y'all that will be available to the people that's on this live complimentary, because the itineraries that are coming up won't be complimentary. But since you are on, I'm going to send you a sample itinerary of um, a layover, your layover in Egypt. So look out for that, just as a thank you for jumping on. So tomorrow, I believe that we will be talking about, I'm going to get this wrong and get this right. I said it correctly before. I'm not going to mess it up. I'm not going to mess it up, but it's Equatorial Guinea. Um, we should be talking about tomorrow. And every night, 9 p.m., you can check me out on YouTube, or you can check me out here on Facebook. Welcome. Please go to YouTube and subscribe at 50 Shades of Glow. You know, I am on Facebook, Gloria Person. Again, this is Miss G, 50 Shades of Glow, Glampluxetravels. Travels. You could definitely go to the website. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message, email me. We can set up a consultation if you are thinking about going to the motherland and you have some questions that you think about after the lives. I would love to chat. No problem at all. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all take care. All right. Bye. Thank you so much for coming on. Bye.